can't lie, the way you're speaking to me during that session, yeah, I'm not having it. I'm not doing this anymore. I don't like the way you're speaking to me. Like, we're not on the same page. I'm done with these sessions. It's not working for us. We're gonna find another way to sort this shit out, because I'm not here for this no more.
I'm telling you now, if you don't want to do therapy, I'm done. I'm done.
There are what do you mean me time? There is no me time. We're together. If I call you, there's soap in your eyes, you better run to that fucking phone and pick it up. She's snapping people driving her around in Ferraris and Lambos.
Yeah.
Who's that?
A chauffeur.
A chauffeur in a two-seater car?
Yeah.
A two-seater car?
Welcome once again, guys, to another episode of Blue Therapy in Love and Toxic. But before we go ahead, don't forget to like and comment your thoughts on the comment section. And also don't forget to click on the subscribe button down below to subscribe to our channel. So, the first couple I want to talk about in today's episode is Shaun and Re'a. I want to say, Shaun and Re'a, I said it in my last week's review of the episode. They are very toxic for both of them. Although you can literally see that there's a kind of love they have in between them, but as much as there's this love between them, there's this toxicity still between them. And we saw that in today's episode when he met up with his friend just to come to the conclusion that he was no longer going to go to therapy. You first initiated coming to therapy. You first called this babe up. You called Re'a up and said, I need you to be here. We need to be in therapy. We need therapy. And all of a sudden, after the first section, you are like, oh, I'm done, dusted, get it over with. It's not possible. Like, it did not make sense to me that he decided to end the therapy session after just one section. Your relationship is very toxic. Your relationship, it has a lot of holes in it. And do you think that after one section that it will magically just, form in a good way? It's not possible. You need several, because there's a lot of issues in the relationship. It needs to work. And for him to decide that, okay, after the first one, I'm done, it did not make sense to me. But let's talk about some of the things they brought out in today's episode when it came to Shaun and Re'a. First, they talked about the OnlyFans thing, her saying she wanted to do OnlyFans. And she was like, it's not like she really, really wants to do OnlyFans. She just, threw it out there. And I do understand Shaun's fear, like, yeah, I don't like my girl doing OnlyFans, because look at Rea'S body. Man, her body is beautiful. Like, it's an envy for a lot of women. Like, her body is there. She's bodying. So I understand where he's coming from. He doesn't want any man always looking at his woman's body. Although she tried to explain to him that she's not going to be doing anything extraordinary. But we know when we hear OnlyFans, we know a lot of things going through our mind. So I understood where Shaun was coming from, that he doesn't want his woman in OnlyFans. And I know that they can work through that, because the way Re'a was talking, I don't think Re'a really, really wanted to just open up an OnlyFans account. Now, the other thing they talked about is he complained about there was a time they went for a shoot and she went to the toilet and she changed up her clothes. Then she went to meet another guy to change her clothes for her. And there's one thing I'm going to say. She explained that there were a lot of people in the room. She was busy. She was changing up clothes. And it did not really that was not the first thing on her mind. Like, okay, fine. I want to be thinking about the fact that this guy is here. He should help me. And I also want to understand Shaun's perspective that, okay, it's not nice. You have this very beautiful body. Because again, I'm going to say, Rea'S body is very amazing. And I understand why the fact that Shaun would be a little bit insecure when his woman is showing off her body to another man. Like, look at her Instagram. He complained about her Instagram because she said she decided to, be an Instagram model, posting those kind of pictures on Instagram, because a lot of people always came for her body, and she didn't feel comfortable in her body, and that Instagram was like her therapy to appreciate and love herself and love her body. She started posting those kind of pictures on Instagram. And I understand that Shaun will look at, because the pictures are sexy. She's a very beautiful lady. She has the body that a lot of women would want. And she posts a lot of sexy pictures. I literally would understand why Shaun will have an issue with it. But the fact is that she was upcoming. She was truthful. She didn't lie. She told you, this is what I do. This is how I post my pictures. And I feel like as far as she's not doing anything ordinary, you are not catching her in any suspicious mood or chatting up a lot of people on Instagram or DMing a lot of people, replying, meeting up with guys. I felt like that should not be an issue. She was upcoming with you, she was upfront with you, she was telling you the truth. A lot of ladies would have hidden it, lied, and don't made him aware of it. But from the first day they met each other, she let him know that this is what I do. And I don't think she has literally given Shaun a outlet or a reason to feel like, okay, yes, this lady might be lying on me or lying to me. She has not given Shaun that stuff. I feel it's just Shaun's insecurity that he's looking at. Man, this lady is very beautiful. She's, she has the bunda, she has everything. And I know if I, as a man, should be envying and looking at her body and being like, woo, I believe every other man will also look at her body and be like the same way I am. I'm not disproving that fact. A lot of what people will look at Ria's body and be like, yes, I want to have that girl with me. But I want to understand that if the girl hasn't given you a reason to feel like, yes, I'm gonna be jumping on or hopping on any person's bed or talking to people's on their DMs, if she hasn't given you a reason to feel like that, I feel like you should give her the benefit of the doubt. She hasn't given Shaun, except if he says, for now, he hasn't said anything like she gave him the, or he felt like she's doing something extraordinary with that Instagram and the Instagram modeling she's doing. He hasn't said that she gave him a kind of thought that something else is going on. So I feel like he should give her the benefit of the doubt. He should give her the amount of trust, because if there isn't any trust in a relationship, it doesn't go anywhere. And I hope that before they finish up with this therapy and this season, I hope that Shaun will learn that, because their trust is needed in a relationship. And he needs to trust that as much as she posts those kind of pictures on Instagram, she's not doing anything extraordinary. She's not going beyond posting those pictures to make herself feel okay, to love her body. Now to the parts where he said that he felt like she should have in that room asked him to unzip her and help her with her clothes. Like I said, he feels so much insecure because of her body, and he feels like any man touching on her body, any man seeing her body would feel enticed, would feel tempted, like he is. I do understand, but he's, like I said, he didn't give her that trust. He didn't give her that grace, because she was like, the room was filled up. She didn't even notice the other men. Neither did she even notice that Shaun was there. And she was changing up different dresses for the shoot. And her mind certainly was not in, oh, this man is unzipping me, this man is zipping me up, he's kind of looking at me in a special way. That was not what was on her mind. Her mind was like, let me get this thing over with, let me shoot this video, and let me be done with the shoot. Because the way she was crying about that, because she was like, I didn't feel that way, and I understand. She even said she understood where he was coming from, but she, in her own defense, she never ever even thought of, okay, another man is unzipping me, another man is touching me up, and and she never had in her mind like, okay, I want to make Shaun jealous. But now that she was crying, trying to be like she's feeling sad, I felt like he was being insensitive. Shaun was being insensitive to his tears, that to her tears, even when she was tearing up, and it was not like, I don't think I can introduce you to my family if you do this. You know that family is a very big trigger to her. That word family is a very big trigger to her, because she's not close to her family. She has been estranged from her family. And you keep on mentioning the family stuff to make her feel pissed off more. And you still mention again. You mentioned it in the last episode. Now he's mentioning it in this episode again, talking about the family stuff again. And she was like, the water was dropping. Like when he mentioned the family, I think she really broke down, because I feel like she wants to have a family, and she feels like, okay, I can have a family with Shaun's family. I can, get his family love from Shaun's family. And he is saying that he's not going to introduce her to the family. That really like made her emotional, and she was like tearing up a lot. And he was like, I see the tears, but you need to respect. You see the tears, but you're still talking about respect. Try to at least console her on how she's feeling. Try to be there for her on the emotional roller coaster she's being or going through. Then you come and talk about the fact that you need respect. one thing at a time. I felt like he was effing insensitive to the fact that she was tearing up, and you know that it literally touched her. You know that she really felt a lot of pain, but he was just being insensitive to that, and he just cared about respect. He has the amount of time that Shaun has talked about respect on just 2 episodes. I'm like, okay, is respect Shaun's second's name? Because he talks about respect a lot, a lot. For someone that talks about not respecting somebody, you're being so insensitive to her feelings. How do you expect you to be insensitive to my feelings? You are insensitive to my feelings, and you think that I will give you respect. Try for once being sensitive to her feelings for once, then you demand the respect you want from her. That's just it. At the end of the day, that's just the truth of the matter. But I really hope they can work through it, because in today's episode, we saw her walking out of the therapy section after that explosive emotional roller coaster she was in, after he told her that he sees the waterworks, but he still needed respect. Now let's move on to Tunde and Maria. Like I said, Tunde and Maria, this couple be toxic and they be having so much issues. And today we got to see the perspective of Tunde. And Tunde's perspective is he feels like Maria is not truthful and cheating on him, and she's flirting. And I'm gonna say Maria is not literally giving herself a good defense. If we're to be in a court case, in a court, in a courthouse, I think Maria will lose the case because she's not giving herself a good defense. Now let's look at most of the things she has to defend herself against. That she goes on vacations a lot, personal vacation with her friend, not with Tunde. Personal vacation with herself, and she says she calls it the me time. Then Tunde is always calling you during those your me time vacations, and you hardly pick. And her excuses is they don't have Wi-Fi in the US. You travel to the US and they don't have Wi-Fi. Like, what a lie could that be? Her Wi-Fi is bad. The only time she calls him or picks up his call back or return his call back is when she's back in her hotel room. All the other times you're not picking his call. What were you doing? How is there no Wi-Fi? At least I know in there are restaurants where you see free Wi-Fi and the rest. So what sort of lie is she telling that she has bad Wi-Fi? That is why she could not pick his calls. That alone was like, baby girl, you are not literally giving a good defense to yourself. Now, the second thing he talked about was the fact that whenever she goes to these me time vacations, she's always taking pictures of people driving her in Lambo, Ferrari, and the rest. And in Maria's defense, yes, whenever Maria's defense has always been that about the driving of the cars, and she said it was a chauffeur that was driving her in a two-seater car. Like I said, Maria's defenses are not the greatest of defenses. Like, she didn't give the right defense, and I was like, babes, look for another excuse. You went on a vacation with your best friend. Why do you have to have a chauffeur that is driving you all around when your friend is not there? It's giving I'm lying. It's giving I'm trying to cover my ass. It's giving I'm not being sincere. And I don't trust Maria because of those lies. Now I understand Tunde's point of view, and I understand why his friends be thinking she's moving mad. Because if I should have my girlfriend always, and they say it's always every time, I wonder how many vacations she takes out of the UK. She goes on vacations all the time that is separate from her and Tunde so many times, and she's always taking those kind of pictures. Of course, I would think that I'm not gonna blame Tunde for thinking that, because I would think that, and I'm seeing you in a car with somebody else driving and you're taking pictures, and I'm trying to call you and being like, okay, babes, let me hear your voice, and you're not picking my call, then you wait until you get to the hotel room before you call me back or pick my call. It's giving something is going on, it's giving fishiness, it's giving okay, I'm lying or I'm hiding something. So of course I don't trust Maria when it comes to this, and of course I understand when Tunde is feeling like Maria is not being truthful and she's probably running mad or doing something that is suspicious. And the fact that the question was, the therapist threw back the question to him and to her, I'm like, okay, how would you feel if Tunde was on he went on a vacation that is me vacation, like only him, she's not there, and she's calling him, and he's not picking up her calls, then he's choosing the time that he's picking up her calls or choosing the time that he's returning the call, whether she would feel secure. She could not talk. Simple and short. Don't do to people what you don't want done to you. If you are not going to be happy, if Tunde is not picking your call when he goes on a me-time vacation or vacation with his friends, and you're not there, and you're not going to be happy if he's not picking your call or talking to you or choosing the times he's talking to you, then don't do it. Simple, plain, and short. Don't do it. Be sincere with him. And the fact that she said the reason why she gives out her number is because of marketing business, and he's like, I have businesses too, and I print out cards and I give you. It's a as far as a business transaction, I don't see why you should have my social media handles. Go, I have a business card, and I believe so many people have business account different from their personal account. And she says she's in real estate, and I'm sure if we go to her Instagram, there's a different things on that Instagram. So I believe she should have a different real estate Instagram. Then she should have her personal Instagram. So I don't understand why she said she's giving her socials because of her business. It's giving me, like I said, she lost the case for me. If we're in the courtroom, I will judge in favor of Tunde. I'm not saying Tunde is the most upright person, but for today's episode, I got to see Tunde's point of view, and I believe that Maria is also not being an honest person. As much as she demands so much from Tunde, she's not even giving as much. She's not being truthful. She's not giving him reasons why he should even, trust her in any way. Now let's move to the next couple, Michael and Lauren. I would say for now, I don't know whether it will change, but for now, I feel like Michael and Lauren are the most. If we have toxicity of a 1 to 100, I feel like Michael and Laurel's toxicity is not even up to 100. They are not as toxic as the other couples. They try to listen to each other. They are trying to be understanding of each other. But I know they have issues. But I feel like they are less toxic. Except if maybe in next week's episode we see a lot of toxicity, but for now they are less toxic. And the first thing we're gonna talk about in the both of their relationship is the fact, like I talked about last week, that he talked about she prioritizes her relationship, her career over their relationship. I also understand her point of view. Like she has always sacrificed her relationship, her career for her relationship in the previous relationships that she has, and she has ended up being tears. And she has said that, you know what, I'm not going to sacrifice my career for anybody again in case it doesn't work out. At least if that doesn't work out, she has her career to go back to. And and like I said, it's gonna be different because he's a 9 to 5 guy, and she's like, anytime the studio call she goes, is like there's no time base for them. It just happens like that. And I already said that 9 to 5 and her timing not like really that open is gonna be very difficult. But I believe that they can still walk through it if they come, and the fact that the both of them are level headed and they are calm to listen to each other and understand where the both of them are coming from. I feel like they could walk through that. But another thing he did mention is that there's somebody else in the relationship. There's a third wheel in their relationship, and that is Laurel's friend. I'm gonna say Laura was literally wrong in that. The fact that she literally tried to say, she told Michael that the guy might be a little bit gay, or the guy might be gay so that he will not feel insecure with the guy. To find out at the end of the day that he's not gay, that they had even kissed according to her, a long time ago. That is like giving me the ick. Like, why would you lie that your friend was gay to your boyfriend? And to find out that you have literally been in a kissy kissy situation one time, and you're lying that he's gay. It's giving me truly. I understand the feeling that Shaun is feeling. Sorry, Michael is feeling that probably they have something, or maybe she's in love. He said that he feels that Laurel, is in love with her friend, and it's already giving like, okay, there's a possibility, because why would you lie that your friend is gay to make your boyfriend comfortable, and why would you cover up the fact that you guys were in a kissy situation at one time, and you guys are always chummy, still playing like, it's giving, it's not honest. And I understand that Michael should be, you know, kind of bad. Although she was trying to charm to the fact that she's tall, he's tall, and her friend is tall. Maybe he's jealous. Michael is not a short guy. He's an average height guy. So why should he be jealous? And he's fine. He's fine. Anybody would want him. But still and still, I felt like Lauren was very, like, she did a poor job by lying to her friend. Like, when I heard she lied that the guy was gay, just for him to be comfortable with the guy, always chumming with her, that pissed me off. There's nothing worse than you thinking, okay, your girlfriend is chumming with another guy because he's gay, and you allow it, to then find out that he's not even gay, and they've been in this situation before. They've been in a kissy situation before. That was sad. But one thing, like I said, I literally like Michael and Lauren is that they are lovey-hearted, because she saw reason with what he was trying to say, and she apologized immediately. She said she apologized. None of these other couples do that. Shaun and Rhea, Tunde and Maria, they don't do that. But Michael and Laurel, I feel like they are lovey-hearted, because immediately she like, calm down. I'm like, I'm literally sorry if you feel the certain kind of way, and I know you did wrong. So she kind of really, she apologized. I know I'm wrong. I know I did a bad thing, and I'm sorry that I didn't bring that forward, and I like that my friend was gay. So I was happy that she did that, because at least that is a step when people are level-headed and they understand that, okay, if I did something wrong, I should apologize. If I'm in the wrong, I should apologize, instead of being in a screaming match and shouting match. And that's why I still say they are the least toxic of the couples. And except if by next week's episode we see anything that is ringing red flag, I think that their couple relationship still has a chance of lasting and being long in that relationship. But they gave them an assignment, and she still came late to the dinner. Although she tried to bribe him, like I said, I love them. I love Michael and Laurel. The way she came in, she knew she was wrong. She didn't come in hot blazing. She came in calm. She tried to laugh it up. She tried to joke it up, and she buttered her man up. She went around kissing him and be like, I'm sorry. Next, we have something up for next week. Don't worry, I'll be early. I believe that as she has made that promise, let's see whether that next week's outing she was going to keep to it. And I guess that we'll find out in next week's episode whether she did keep to the next week. Um, to the next week's outing, and came on time. Like, I like their relationship. I love the way they understand each other. I love the way they're not trying to be hot-headed at each other. That's the best thing ever. Well, say toxicity is so bad in this season. I think maybe when I'm done with watching the show, I might need therapy for myself, because these couples be really annoying you and touching the brakes of every part of your body. Well, guys, thank you for joining us on today's review of Blue Therapy in Love and Toxic. Don't forget to like and comment your thoughts and opinion. Like on this video, and so that YouTube can recommend it to other people to watch, and also comment your thoughts and opinions on what we said about things we hit about on this um episode. And also don't forget to click on the subscription button to subscribe, and also turn on the post notifications to get notified when we upload a video, so that you can know when we talk about love, Blue Therapy, and we also do other shows. And you can also join our membership, guys. It's very